There is a new type of vest that could help people with autism. On this week's edition of Today's Health, we learn how researchers from the University of Minnesota have come up with a device that gives off a calming squeeze. Reporter Corey Helpa has more.
I could be on the couch.
Sitting behind the front desk at the Autism Society of Minnesota.
You wouldn't necessarily have any idea that I'm a person on the autism spectrum.
Is Jillian Nelson. And she's right, you can't tell. Although every now and then,
It feels like every single nerve in my body is on fire.
her senses heighten, and it can be overwhelming. So Jillian will snuggle up under a weighted blanket for comfort. Others use a weighted vest.
These components were built to try and help develop a spacesuit to send astronauts to Mars.
Brad Holshoe is the co-director of the Wearable Technology Lab at the Hughes College of Design. Grad student Julia Duvall saw that space technology and thought about her nephew, who has autism and struggles with weighted clothing.
One of the big problems is that people become acclimated to the pressure, and so that means that if they're wearing a weighted vest or a tight-fitting knit garment under their clothes, they have to take that off at a certain point.
Which can be disruptive. So their group created this, the very first dynamic compression vest, controlled by an app.
These guys right here are the heat-sensitive materials. In the back here, we have the module. There's a battery and a Bluetooth controller. So when you hit the button on your phone, it sends a current through those pieces, and they pull tight.
One day, that technology could help people with autism, like Jillian,
I want to change the perception of how the world sees people with autism.
who works every day for a larger purpose.
In other health news this morning, offering a cookie or candy to your little one when he's upset could lead to unhealthy eating habits. Researchers asked parents of 4-year-olds about their children's eating and temperament. They found children whose parents offered them food for comfort at the age of 4 and 6 were more likely to be emotional eaters by age 10. Emotional eating increases the risk of obesity and is linked to the development of eating disorders. Experts suggest parents calm children with words, a hug, or other ways that don't involve food. A new study suggests transgender preschoolers already have a clear sense of their identity. Transgender children were similar to their peers when it came to gender preferences, behaviors, and stereotypes. For example, transgender girls who were born as boys liked dolls and pink dresses just as much as the other girls. The only difference was transgender children were less likely to believe gender always remains stable. A combination of aerobic and resistance training can help boost brain power in older adults. In fact, researchers found exercise was beneficial for people over 50, regardless of their current brain health. Aerobic exercise enhanced cognitive abilities, and strength training had a significant effect on memory and executive function. For the maximum benefit, seniors should exercise for at least 45 minutes at a time on as many days of the week as possible. And coming up on KPVI News Today, we take a look at your KPVI News Today headlines.